Hello and welcome to this spoiler video with me, Rebecca Gillard, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi. Why do you always say welcome to this spoiler video?
Right, to generate suspense. We've been recording for less than 10 seconds and you're already teasing me.
I'm sorry.
You should be. You meant to be nice to me.
Man, this camera's wonky.
Really? Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to this spoiler video. No pause. With me, Rebecca Gillard, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello. Didn't we already do this?
Yes, but we're restarting.
Oh, hi. Have I ruined it?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You're terrible.
I am the worst.
I'm playing Stark Fealty and Richard is playing Greyjoy Assault. And just being a general bastard as is his way. So setups on the left there, I've got Skagos, a Northern Armory and Bear Island. And on the right, Richard has 2 cards in Shadows, an Ironfleet Scout, a Rose Road, a Iron Island Fishmonger, and a...
It is Captain Iron Island Fishmonger to you.
And an attachment to make the Fishmonger a captain.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Fleet
Captain.
Fleet Captain, that's it. And this is one where it gives you +1 strength for each warship up to a total of 3, is that correct?
No, it gives you +1 if you have a warship, up to +3 if you have more than 3 warships, 3 or more warships.
Oh, okay. So it's not for each one then. And we've opened our first plots. So I've gone with Winter Reserves, and Richard has played At the Gates, which is one of the cards that will be coming out in the next chapter pack.
Will be coming out. It's come out everywhere except where we are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think it's out in Europe.
Yeah, we haven't got it yet, but apparently you guys do.
America had it last week.
Ugh.
America!
Making up for the Greyjoy box, right?
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, so At the Gates, and this is the one which lets you go and find a location. And if that location is 1 cost or lower, you can put it into play, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of cheats in a limited. I don't see why you'd never open this unless you're running a dedicated winter deck. So yeah, it seemed to make sense to me.
Yeah.
At the gate, why not? Now I've got a 6 gold opener now. Yeah, you're the first player, so if I had another Rose Road, you could take your first marshalling action. I could then take my marshalling action, kneel my faction card, put a Rose Road in Shadow.
Yeah.
You could take your second marshalling action, and then I could use my second marshalling action to bring the Rose Road out. And I'll collect even more gold.
And that's because of the assault agenda.
And then I could play a limited.
Yeah. You're very excited about this, aren't you?
No, not really.
Well, you seemed excited, hun. So I don't mind you playing the gates. It means that I get an extra gold as well. So it's quite nice for me. And
what's that location? It's Bear Island. So apparently whenever you marshal a loyal card, you gain a gold.
Yeah. Up to twice.
Twice per phase. So that seems good. So you kneel Fealty and pay 1 for that location and you get your gold back.
Yeah.
And then you kneel the location for 2 gold.
Well, my new location. What's this one called again? The
Northern Keep.
Northern Keep, that's it.
You've been playing it. You've won a store championship with this deck and you're asking me what the location is called.
Shh. You know I'm bad at remembering things.
Fine.
It's a wonder I remember your name.
It's because I am the most magical person in this room.
Hey.
Yay. Yeah, well, you don't have a Captain Island Fishmonger.
No, that's true. I do have a Bear Island Scout. All right.
Yeah, you've got a ton of gold. You can kind of do what you like.
Yeah. So I'll go and get a mage.
So I was considering vincing that trigger. But then I thought that might be a waste. Let's see what you get in the challenge phase. I don't really want you to Ramsey my Captain Iron Island Fishmonger.
I'm sure you could deal with it.
Probably, but...
So I did the reaction for the Scout coming into play and getting the card. And then I did the reaction with the Bear Island to get another gold. So I've triggered it twice now. And that extra gold is allowing me to play out mage and another character, which is nice.
That's a lot of characters.
You
could have triggered it 4 times if you had the ability, because all 4 cards that you played out there.
Well, spoiler, I don't have any non-start cards in the deck.
Yeah, but it only triggered off loyal cards.
But it does mean that, you know, my mage is going to trigger, my Skagos can trigger and everything.
Mage only triggers from... Oh, is it if it's a start card, draw it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's nice. So I've triggered my agenda to put something into shadow.
Yep, with the nice shadow tokens that I won, but very kindly split so that you could have some. I know you're appreciative of this.
So we have Iron Island Fishmonger's younger brother, non-captain Iron Island Fishmonger.
Poor little sod.
Who is going to do his duty for the Iron Victory's crew.
I always get really confused when I see this card because I keep thinking it's a boat.
Yeah. Well,
and then it's like, it's not a boat, it's a character. How can it be a character? It's a boat.
So, I mean, one thing to point out here is that I've had a second deck search effect. You know, I think that's a little bit over the top.
Do you?
I do, yeah. I don't really like full deck searches because it's just too consistent.
10, right?
It's too consistent. Like,
yeah.
If you can go and get whatever you want, the thing with Iron Victory's crew is at least it is niche. It's a warship. So that's not so bad. But at the gates, you can go pick up a limited. Everyone runs limiteds, and you can go and put it into play. Seems crazy.
There are a few cards that are searched the deck, though, aren't there? So, I mean, the Mormont Scout, Scout.
Yeah, but again, that only look for Mormont.
Only for Mormonts, yeah. So I guess it's okay if it's restricted to some extent, but
searching for a limited, that seems. I mean, to get your economy set up.
You are pretty much set for the game now. Yeah,
it's a bit silly, I think. It's a bit silly.
Just a quick note that you found the Iron Fleet Scout with Silas's crew. You use the Iron Fleet Scout coming into play to react with the eager crewmen to put them into play for free.
Yep.
So it's lots of nice little interactions already going on with your deck. I'm going in for a military mage. I'd quite like some extra cards. So I figure, why not win a military?
Well,
and have some tea.
I'm very scared of your military challenge. I am trembling.
I can tell. Look, your hands are shaking a little bit there off screen.
That's because I'm looking at my card, Rebecca.
Shh. Your hands are trembling.
Am I going to oppose it? No.
You want me to have some power for you to steal?
Yeah, I kind of want to hit you back for 3 challenges as well.
So I'd barely even pointed to mage and already Vince was coming out of your hand.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted to Vince, and with few cards in your hand, let's Vince the draw there.
And that also means that Vince is now in your dead pile, ready to pop back out and get that intrigue challenge for you.
And that will also let me get Fleet Captain back to hand.
But why wouldn't you want it on your Iron Fleet?
Because I could have Fleet Captain eager deck hand.
He's very eager. So eager, he took control of the fleet.
Well, there you go.
Courageous little dude.
So is this where you give up doing challenges thinking,
Yeah, I think a pass.
Do you think it was worth doing an intrigue there, maybe?
So I was concerned that you had We Do Not Sow. So I was thinking I'll try and defend stuff. And if you use your Vince, you use your Vince. But at least it's out of the dead pile then.
Yeah. I mean, it's fairly simple to kill Vince most of the time. Which is part of the annoying thing about him. You can keep using him. It's not as annoying as Desert Raider, who happens every single time you lose a challenge.
Yeah, that's just annoying.
That's dumb. And that doesn't have a limit. Oh well.
So you've done your military, and I killed off the Winterfell steward for claim. Now going with the power challenge with your fleet captain. So just blocking with Sansa there, but you can boost with the warships.
Yep.
So as well.
The captain, Iron Island Fishmonger, is 2 strength because of the attachment. 3 strength now with the boost from the Iron Fleet Scout.
And due to the dead character. Sorry, go on. Sorry.
That's all right. you just interject whenever you feel like.
Apologies, darling, dearest. Go on.
So yeah, that happened. It was a thing. He won the power challenge. Now he dies to the Drowned God fanatic. He's going to do a green.
And that's an intrigue which will go through unopposed unless I use the armory, which there's no point in doing because you can just boost with the ship and win anyway.
Yep.
And bringing a card out of Shadows there.
Guess what?
What?
Something rhymes with meek.
Reek!
It is Reek. So I'm going to draw more cards. Thank you.
So this was, if it comes out of Shadows, you get 3 cards.
Yeah.
But if you just play it as an event, you get 1. Is that right?
You get 2.
You get 2, okay. Seems good.
Yeah, it is good. Especially when at the gates has a reserve of 7.
Ah.
That's quite nice.
Yeah, it is quite good actually. Plenty of cards in hand.
Makes it the perfect opener.
And Frozen Solid there, just taken for the intrigue claim.
So, cool. I've sort of jumped ahead a bit in power there. It's good going second, turn 1.
Yeah, I didn't have much choice in the matter.
Yeah, I randomly won the coin flip.
You did.
The god was on my side then.
Always, honey. Always. Let's say you managed to get someone like me. Ha! It sounded like a weird bird call, didn't it?
I was thinking that sounded a little bit raveny. Caca. Excellent. So, plot 2.
Plot 2.
What are you expecting from me?
Oh, I have no bloody idea. You know I'm rubbish at this kind of stuff. I just sort of flip a pot and hope for the best.
There you go, guys. You're learning so much about how to play the Game of Thrones. Flip a plot and hope for the best.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I won a store championship with this deck. And I just flip pots and hope for the best.
You basically mugged off everybody else who was there at that tournament. Especially Martin Lewis. You've mugged him off.
I didn't mug him off.
You mugged him off. You beat him. And you were just flipping plots randomly.
Well, some of them I had to think about. Like...
When do I flip Winter Festival? Oh, I'll just play it and get some power.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, you do it again next round.
I do. I was like, oh, I got power last round. Maybe I'll get some more the next round.
So I've gone for counting coppers. Let's get some more cards into my hand.
So the only problem with my draw deck is I don't have any draw in it. My plot deck even.
Ah, okay.
Is what I meant.
Yeah.
I don't have any draw in it. So my draw is based on like mage and the little scout dudes and the other dudes.
Well, that's really helpful. Yeah, I know exactly what you're trying to say.
Oh, what are they called? The ones where you have to discard cards when they leave play?
Wyman.
No!
You don't run Wyman?
Well, I run mage instead of Wyman.
Oh, okay, cool. Then what's your restricted card?
I don't know. What is my restricted card? Do you remember?
Breaking Ties?
Oh, yeah. I don't think I even use it this game.
No, I don't think you do.
I probably should have.
Well, I don't know.
And again, the only things that I could really send back to your hand during this game were like Vince, which I don't really want to.
You can't send Vince, he's loyal.
Oh, he's loyal. Not even Vince then. Silence his crew.
Iron Victory crew, that seemed good because I can go and play
one.
it again and get another boat. Cool.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
But it ruined my board state, which is good for you. So I trigger my agenda. Oh, look, another card into the shadows.
Hey, honey, nice tokens you got there.
I'm not sure why you're trying to push that. Oh!
Because normally I have to borrow your stuff that you've won. Oh, this dude! This is one I meant.
The Umber Loyalist.
Oh, I know, I remembered it. Yeah, the Umber Loyalist. And you cancelled it.
I drew that with rhymes with Meek.
Great. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
During this game, just fun fact for you guys, I think Richard manages to stop me drawing, I think it's 5, maybe 6 cards.
Yeah. And?
Bastard.
Ah. That's nice.
You're welcome.
What was your Arya dupe?
I think it's a location. I think it's like a econ location.
You got enough of them.
Yeah, I wasn't too concerned. I think I got enough of them.
It would have been worse if you drew it next round. You'd be like, damn, I need a character.
Yeah.
I've only got 20,000 locations. You've got 2 of the standy locations, which is good. But you don't really have anyone worth standing. Mage, perhaps.
Arya's got stealth.
She does, but she's not very strong. And those Iron Fleet scouts are going to do a bit of work.
Yeah, they're really annoying.
So, honestly, guys, this is a spoiler video.
But Richard decided that he couldn't be bothered to play the spoiler for a bit because he's rubbish. Sorry.
Yes, it is a Greyjoy spoiler as well. And, well, yeah, you have to play it. You don't just want to play it willy-nilly. Got to play it for the opportune moment of the card.
Yeah.
To show its effects in a good environment. Can you talk? I want to drink my tea.
Sure. So, I am the first player. Richard has made me first. Again, annoyingly. Trying to get me to kneel out my board a little bit.
I mean, you'd think with the Iron Fleet Scouts, I would want to go first. However, I don't really want to kneel everything out and then you just wreck me on the comeback and get all the draw you want. I want to be able to kind of
control me.
See if I want to, defend the challenge I want to defend at this stage while I build up my Shadows collection.
On the other hand, I would quite like some cards. So I'm going to go in for a power challenge, stealthing the boat. That's not a boat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hopefully I can get some draw. Any more Vinces?
Oh look, you drew Rob.
Woo!
I stopped you drawing so many cards.
Yeah, I know. You actually let me draw a couple this turn. So I put in Arya and the Scout because I wanted the draw from the Mormont trigger. Obviously, I could have won that power challenge with just Arya by scouting the boat. But, as I say, I wanted some draw.
Yes, you wanted some draw.
And with that in mind, I decided to use the Armoury to restand Arya so I can use her again. To help me get through the military with Mage and get another draw.
Look how much draw you're getting and you're whinging. You stopped me from drawing 106 cards this round. Chump block, eager deckhand, seems good, seems fine, right?
And I'm like, yay, I get more cards! So I got a Rob and a Winterfell from that.
That seems
awesome.
Yeah.
I was happy with that.
Not a fan of seeing Winterfell. I think it's really, really strong at the moment. Really good against some agendas, Reigns and Sea of Blood. It makes all of your characters stronger. It's I think it's one of the best full cost locations in the game. It's just so impactful when they got it out.
And with all my winter plots, I get to do my stuff and you don't.
If that is true.
Bohaha.
I might have a winter plot.
You might, but you don't have one now. But you are doing a military.
You haven't marshalled it.
You are doing a military with Vince.
Oh.
What we got here? Is that the third one?
No, it's the second one.
Second one.
Third one. Yeah, that's the second one. Although, can I give you a little spoiler here?
Sure.
I drew my third Vince with that.
Great. And taking the Scout there for claim. But with 2 Vinces, you've got one on the dead pile and one on the board. It does mean that you can just swap them around now and have a standing Vince to do the intrigue. And with 2 characters now dead, Sansa's only on 2 strength, which means that you won't even have to use your boats.
You realise I'm 27 cards into my deck.
Are you?
On the second round.
That's
So I set up 6 cards, drew back up 6 cards.
Oh, yeah.
I played Coppers, I played 2 ones with Meek, I've used Iron Victory's Crew. You know, a lot of cards, plus normal draw. Got through nearly half my deck already.
You've also just taken right out my hand for intrigue claim, you bastard.
Yeah, I think that's really good. Quite lucky, actually.
Yeah.
Because, especially with Skagos, that could be quite annoying.
I think that was quite
That's
impactful.
a bit of a lucky pull.
I mean, I only had 3 cards in hand, so you had a 1 in 3 chance, to be fair. But now I get my Wind Festival. And I think I also win Dom as well. So that pulls me ahead a little bit.
Oh man, that was a good round for you.
I'm
But
winning.
that was a setup round for me, really, with counting Coppers.
Yeah. Getting
So-
ready for next go.
That didn't go so badly for me. You got 5 power out of that. 3 from challenges, 2 from your plot. Well, I only got 1.
I'm winning.
Something you are. Got a nice host of locations down there.
Yep.
1 more than me.
Yeah, I think economy's set up now for the game. For both of us, really.
What's going to happen? Ha! Blocked your winter festival.
I know.
Blocked.
That was sad.
Trade routes. That is my restricted card of choice. Because, quite frankly,
You got fuckloads of locations?
I've got a lot of locations in this deck. I don't even know how many I've got because I didn't bother counting it. But,
To be fair, you did just build it like about 5 minutes before this game.
yeah, I did. And, yeah, it had a lot of locations in it, so why not run trade routes? Luckily, you're playing a deck with quite a few locations in as well.
You're welcome. You get 11 gold from that.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold, and that will fuel some shadow tricks. Which I like.
So you collect rather a lot more gold as well. So you get 1 from your trade routes plus the gold road.
So I choose to go
Rose road
first.
even. Yeah, of course. Because you want to do some bullshit.
Yeah,
Got your gates. What's that other one down there? Is that the refurbished Hulk?
it is, yeah. So that's what won me initiative. So I've got Sea Tower now, another card in the shadows. I think I'd never really played an assault deck. Might have done once or twice. But I think I made some bad choices with my card that I put into shadow with the agenda.
Okay.
And after I did it, I thought, man, I should have put this card into shadows instead because I can't actually put it into shadow because it doesn't have a shadows keyword.
So the ones that have got coins on are actually just normal ones. Oh, you're on.
They should be. Well, they could be.
Ha! You missed it. You played the dupe. That means you can't react.
I thought that at the time. I just wanted to scare you with the dupe. And it worked.
So technically, guys, you play the card, then you react, then you put the dupe down.
You know what? I'm even luckier that I went first because you play out Rick on this round.
Yeah.
That would have made me super sad.
That was my top deck.
I've still got a lot of gold. With the small coins, it's impossible really to tell how much.
I think you grouped it in fives.
I normally do. But Euron is now a fleet captain.
If he wasn't captain enough already.
Not just a captain of the Silent, he's the captain of the entire fleet. And he now looks like Asher.
He's been promoted.
What, to Asher?
Sure.
Cool. Lots of boats on the table now. So Euron had +3 strength from fleet captain. Not bad for a 1-cost attachment.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And if you were running Asher, then having the captain helps, right? Is it Asher the captain thing works with? No, I'm thinking about something else, aren't I?
I'm a little bit confused as to what you're trying to say.
Just ignore me, guys. I think I've got myself confused. So, moving swiftly on. It's my marshalling. Hopefully my marshalling isn't quite as confusing as whatever I was trying to say a moment ago.
I actually quite like my board with 7 locations, 5 cards and shadows. Like my mat is full.
And only 3 characters.
Yeah.
Are you going to play this bloody spoiler card yet?
Nah.
Oh.
Look at you marshal Winterfell, you get a gold back. Bran. Oh, no more runs with Meek. Oh, Rickon. No more searching for things. How sad. So you decided to play out your entire hand?
Yeah, because I've got the Umber...
The Umber dude.
Dude.
And you don't want to discard it if you make him leave play.
Exactly. So it's like, well, if I kill him for claim, then I have to discard the card anyway, so I might as well just play it out. Oh, look! Dun, da, 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 da.
Oh.
We have a spoiler. About time, Richard. So, should we run through?
Yep.
We have Night Flyer. It is unique, a location costing 1 with the Shadows keyword. It is Greyjoy, non-loyal. It's a warship with Shadow X. Reaction. After Nightflyer comes out of Shadows, choose a location with printed cost X or lower and discard it from play with +1 initiative. And really, really pretty art. I like this one.
It's really nice art, yeah.
So, shall we discuss?
Yeah, go on then. So I paid 2 to put it into Shadows. Well, I say that, I set it up. But yeah, paid 2 to put it in Shadows, and then I paid 4 to bring it out of Shadows and get rid of Winterfell. So that's 6 resources to get rid of Winterfell. Is it worth it? I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it was, because it's difficult to get rid of 4-cost locations sometimes, especially in a deck like yours now with so many locations. How do you get rid of that 4-cost location?
I guess the only other thing I can think of at the moment is Pyromancers.
Pyromancers. Sieged by the Guard blanks it
Yeah.
briefly.
Does We Do Not So hit it?
It does.
So there are a few things already out there that can hit the locations, but I guess with Nightflyer, at least you know you can definitely hit the 4-coster ones. The other good thing with Nightflyer is if you're playing it out of Shadows, in a Shadows, Assault from the Shadows deck, you can put it into Shadows for free, so then you're only actually paying the cost of the location that you're blowing up.
I mean, it is actually 1 cost. So you could, in theory, marshal the card, but it doesn't do anything really except give you a +1 initiative. But it can be knelt for Victarion.
Yeah. Another way you can use it, I guess, not optimal, but you can use it with Euron and Silence to stun Euron.
Yeah. +1 initiative is, it kind of makes the Silent and the Refurbished Hulks a little bit more oppressive. Because that initiative, they're going to be winning initiative every single round. They're going to control the flow of the game.
I'm not sure that I rate the card that highly. I can see it can be useful. Like, it's always good to be able to target, remove a location, but I think it's a little bit costly. And I think, for example, if I had this in my setup hand, I certainly wouldn't want to marshal it, so I'd have to put it into Shadows or something. I don't know.
I think it's a really good card to put into Shadows, and then only worry about it if you want to. If you've got a spare gold, in any round, you can bring it out of Shadows in the standing phase and get rid of someone's Rose Road, or get rid of someone's Great Hall, because it doesn't say non-limited location; it just says location.
And it's also printed cost X or lower, so you do need to pay something, so you can't just bring it out for free to get rid of a Rose Road, but you can bring it out for 1, as Richard says, to get rid of a 0-cost location.
Well, at least I don't think you can pay 0 to bring it out and get rid of a Rose Road, but someone else can tell me if that's wrong.
Oh, so maybe you could pay 0.
I don't think you can. Something's telling me that you can't, but... So you've been Macaro'd.
Yeah, I know.
So I've Macaro'd your Umber Loyalist.
You did.
You got no card to discard, and you're going to draw it next round and draw 2 more cards.
I know, I was really happy. But as you told us earlier, spoiler, you drew another fucking Vince, didn't you? Honey, dearest, darling. Bloody men. Do you have any further comments on the Night Flyer?
No. It has nice art.
It does have really nice art.
I do appreciate the irony of the fact that Cincinnati Joe gave us the spoiler of Baelor Blacktide, and then our own spoiler is his boat. Which
has no synergising effects whatsoever. The Night Flyer and Baelor don't really work together, do they?
Yeah, they don't synergise. I mean, Baelor means you can't play copies of events in your discard pile, and Night Flyer discards a location, so that kind of...
It'd be nice to see them interacting, wouldn't it, really? But then again, I guess they're not main characters. There's no flavour text, there's no quote on the Night Flyers, and trying to find any reference to Night Flyer was a pain in the bottom, which is why we have a kind of vague text at the beginning of the video.
But lovely art.
It is really pretty art.
It's worth pointing out that it's not loyal.
Mm-hmm.
So you can banner it out. Banner the Kraken. Get rid of any location now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's in a banner, you could just stick it in as a one-off. You know, if you've got an annoying...
I think it's better than you think it is.
Yeah?
Well, think back to when was the last time you played against the Shadows deck?
Saturday.
Who was playing that? Was that Martin?
Martin.
Right, so his whole idea with the Shadows deck was to clear your board. Right? What if you also getting rid of your best location as well? That feels even worse. Because at the moment, I don't think his deck has any kind of location removal. So you could play Shadows decks. There was that newly spoiled agenda, Kingdom of Shadows, where you can bring in any Shadows card from other factions, Shadows characters. So if you're playing Greyjoy Kingdom of Shadows, you could bring Shadows characters from other factions.
Oh, okay.
And you could clear the characters and locations as well.
Yeah, I guess you've got like newly made lords and stuff like that as well. And we do not so in Greyjoy for getting rid of locations and things, so...
I mean...
Oh, I'm doing Ramsay stuff. No.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
You've VD'd.
Oh, I VD'd.
And I played We Take Westeros to take your Winterfell.
So another way then we can use Night Flyer.
Yeah, Night Flyer. You could target remove. So it kind of negates, I feel, the 6 resources I've spent on this card, getting rid of your Winterfell.
Yeah?
Because I've got a 4-cost location for free.
Yes.
On a 5 gold plot. So I don't feel like I've lost a lot of tempo.
That's fair enough.
And I think Winterfell might be quite important to the strategy of your deck. And so I've been able to take one of your most important cards, get rid of it, and then take it so you can't play another copy of it. So I think it's fine to overpay or make it costly for a card that does that effect.
I do think though against some matchups it's just not going to be that impactful. Like you say, I think against some matchups it's literally just going to be getting rid of a Rose Road. What I would quite like is a way of, after you've played it, I'd like a way of easily getting rid of it off your own board so that you could then play another one. And the only thing I can think of at the moment to do that is PD.
But if it's costly, like you say, why would you want to play another one? You don't want to do it that often.
No, but like if the person has... I mean, so I had Winterfell, but I've also got Skagos there, for example. And if it wasn't for the fact you take my Rob, Skagos would be extremely useful. So it might be that you want to get rid of multiple locations. So being able to use the Night Flyer repeatedly would be good. Is there any other way of getting your own location off the board apart from PD?
Nothing burns like the cold.
Yeah.
So you could play Nothing Burns Like the Cold and get...
That would be quite good anyway, actually, wouldn't it? Because you'd be getting rid of your opponent's locations at the same time, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so for example, if you had just Skagos and Winterfell, I could pay 2 to put Night Flyer into Shadow, pay 2 to get rid of your Skagos, and then Nothing Burns your Winterfell. So it's a cheaper way of doing the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, so you think
I would be quite happy to use that one time, keep it on the board, and let Victarion use it.
I feel like it's in quite a niche deck then. I mean, if it's in a deck where there's no Victarion, for example, you know, once it's been used, it's just going to be sort of sitting there not really doing very much.
That +1 initiative is still good. It's not amazing, but how many times have you come up against an opponent in a close game and you both flip, you win or you die?
Yeah. Yeah, Greyjoy have a lot of initiative increases and things though, I guess.
I mean, on my board there, I have +4 initiative. I have 13 initiative this round.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I'm controlling the tempo of this match.
I think we've covered everything.
Did we mention that it's nice art?
Yeah, I think we did.
I like the art.
I like the art too. So, back to the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was happening? Oh, I know what's happening. We're both Googling.
Why are we Googling?
Because I just wanted to quickly check something.
What?
How many Ramsey I had in my deck.
Oh yeah, so this is where we say this isn't actually your deck. It's a deck built by Johannes Jarvinen, the Finn. He posted it on 20B and you're playing it.
Thanks.
And you won a Thor Championship with it. And I don't think you officially thanked Johannes. Maybe you could do so now.
Thank you, Johannes. I like your deck. Alright?
Yeah, very good.
Awesome. I play Ramsey.
You do. I tried to Vince it from my dead pile. Which, yeah, I can't do.
So I was really sad when you played the Reader. Because I was like, I'm going to get rid of Euron. It's going to be great.
If I'd have thought about it, before you trigger Skagor, I would then have played one of my Shadows cards to take the brunt of this. But I didn't think about it.
That's okay. I accept that. So yeah, unfortunately, you didn't lose Euron, but I nearly got there. I'm just deciding which card to actually sacrifice. And as I have no cards in hand, I might as well get rid of that dude.
Look at my Shadows card. Look at my Shadows card.
So, do you think I was right in Skagosing Ramsey then to reduce your board, or did I hurt myself just as much?
I don't think so. You sacrificed an Umber Loyalist with 3 strength and military power for my 4 strength, intrigue and power. So it kind of works. And you reduce my board down to fewer characters, so that I can, in theory, do fewer challenges.
With restanding Euron.
Yeah, that's good for me. And I've got a never-ending supply of boats.
Apparently so. You have a ridiculous amount of locations down there now. What's that location that you just put down?
That's Maiden Bane, so if I win an unopposed challenge, I can stand the character.
However, because you do silence to put Maiden's Bane in, you can just stun Euron using the silences trigger anyway.
Yep.
And because it was unopposed, you got another Rise of Mink.
I'm with me. But you know what? I can't draw my 4th Vince.
No.
If I did, there's an issue.
There is definitely an issue if you draw your 4th Vince.
My locations are going off the board.
Yeah, you got a little bit excited with your locations this game, didn't you?
How many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Certainly enough for a very exciting trade routes.
I do have a second trade routes.
Brilliant.
So that would be 19 gold so far.
Seems good. So an intrigue there with Euron. And if I let it go unopposed, then you're just going to Maiden's Bane him. So I decided to kneel.
Yeah, so it means you're not going to get any challenges in this turn.
No. Which is sad.
It is a little bit sad. I mean, you could have unopposed it, but what's the point, right?
Yeah, if I'd opposed it, then you'd have knelt one of those with the Intimidate, and then you'd have been able to restand Euron and just do the third challenge anyway, and then Intimidate a character, or have me oppose it. So either way, I wasn't going to get any challenges off.
Yeah. So I'll take my Great Kraken power. I'll take unopposed. Take claim. Yeah, that Great Kraken pushed me ahead a bit.
It did.
I've got plenty of draw in this deck. Plenty of ways of getting cards from my deck, which I like. I've got Iron Victory's Crew. Euron to fetch Silent. Victory Crew to fetch Boat. 3 rhymed with Meek. Counting Coppers. You know, there's plenty of draw. Great Kraken.
Whereas, as you've shown, my draw is all very controllable, isn't it?
Yeah, you got Umber Loyalist, Mage, Wyman, or character. Oh no, you don't have Wyman.
I don't have Wyman.
Don't have Wyman. Yay, I'm going to do my fun bits now.
Yay!
Besiege with an initiative of 10. I'm going first.
Great. So I'm going to grab a wolf. And Summer's reaction. I've got a few choices of what I can take. So initially I'm thinking Bran. But then I kind of need cards, and there's a Bear Island Scout in there. So that will let me go and fetch Daisy.
Yeah, that's good.
Which seemed like a good idea.
Racy Daisy.
Racy Daisy. So I've decided to take the Scout instead, and then drawing 2. And you are the first player. So you only need 1 power. You just do a big power challenge and win, right? Depending on what we both play.
Well, if you're going to get Daisy, that might not be possible. I think I remember calculating it up after you play Daisy, and you have well over 20 strength power, and I don't.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I never added it up.
So let's just put a card into the shadow. Those locations though.
They seem a little bit ridiculous.
Here he is.
There's the big dude.
Big Vic with his big stick. And he had all the boats. So many boat, including Nightflyer, which can be knelt for its action.
This is true.
So many boat. Oh look, another boat. Raiding Longship. Why would I play that out when I've got silence on the board? Well, I've got another boat in hand, haven't I? But I feel like this is the last turn.
Yeah, I think needing 1 power, this is probably the last turn.
Have we used the throwing axe yet?
You used one earlier.
Yeah, that's it. Throwing it. So that's one of the fun things about Shadows, just jumping out, throwing axe whenever.
Fun things.
You don't have to... Because normally throwing axe is open information. You can see a character going into the challenge with it. However, from Shadows, you ambush it out, you kill the dude. It's great. It's cool. We also have Golden Storm in hand. But that's a bit more clunky to use. You
can basically screw me over either way. You could have like a sea stone chair and a Golden Storm and a throwing axe. And just depending on whether I oppose or don't oppose, you can just chuck one of them out and be like, hello! So this is how you're dying today.
I could, but my faction card is knelt for sea stone chair. But I get the point. In another agenda, perhaps.
I forgot about that.
Oh no!
Got
My
Daisy,
Victorian plans are ruined.
Got a mirror. Got another scout dude.
All those boats and Victorian can't ride on them.
Bohahaha.
No.
Bohahaha. Apart from, I have to make sure I defend every challenge with at least 2 characters because you've got a raiding longship and you can just win on the unopposed if you want to.
I really should have just kept that in hand and surprised it out and then just won.
Yeah, because I would have only defended with 1.
I wanted to do a thing.
You wanted to do a thing?
Yeah.
What was your thing?
I don't know, I just wanted to use Besieged. Because no one ever uses Besieged because it's too much of a risk. But when you're running high initiative boats...
But when you're running boats that provide you an extra 5,000 initiative on the round...
Then why not run Besieged?
Yeah.
What's the downside?
Maybe you want unopposed, though.
Maybe I should run more attachment and play Unexpected Delay. No, too janky. Too janky. We'll leave that to Josh Chambers.
Yeah. Or George Anchors.
Yeah, those guys.
So you're going in with an intrigue of all the challenges.
What? It seems funny.
Uh-huh.
You're like, I'm going to have to defend with 2 characters because of your raiding longship. And I'm thinking, I don't need to use my raiding longship. I can just make you defend with 2 characters until you got no characters left.
Uh-huh.
Oh look, another boat. How many locations now do I have? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 locations. Political disaster ruined me. There's 22 locations on the board.
I would love to know how many locations are in your deck. You need to add them up.
Yeah. Maybe we should have a look later. I know there's definitely 3 Rosewood. That's another 2.
Have you had more than 3 or 4 characters on the board at all this game?
Yeah, when I brought Makoro out of Shadows. Which is good because with this agenda he has Shadows 5 and Shadows 3 as keywords. Because the agenda gives him printed shadow cost. X is the printed cost. So he has Shadow 5 and Shadows 3. So the good thing with the agenda, you can use them cheaper.
Seems good.
I like.
I'm happy for you.
I like Makoro.
That's good.
He's just cool. I mean, just look at him. He looks like a big, beardy, angry Santa.
Uh-huh. I made a small mistake here. I should have Skagos Aria sort of earlier and basically stopped Euron from being able to intimidate Mage. I don't think it makes a massive difference.
Why did that Skagos Aria help you not intimidate Mage?
Because I could have used Mirror on Euron.
I see, yes. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I didn't explain that very well. If I'd Skagos Aria, I could put Mirror back into Shadows and then get another Aria, and Aria would also be duped, so she'd have a military and a power, which would be a bit more helpful. But, as I said, I don't think it makes that much difference.
Yeah, that would have been super annoying.
So you're going with the military. I defend, and you're like, sure.
I'm like, I will not accept your concession.
On the power challenge, yeah.
Play this out. This is an important game.
Yeah. So I was like, fine, I'm going to do my thing.
The World Championships of our house.
So then I do the thing.
Then you do the thing.
It makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. It was literally a case of, fine, Richard won't let me just concede, so I'm going to do the thing. Put blank on.
It's so vicious and aggressive.
Yeah, I'm just going with it. You're writing long shit, my Daisy. And then you win!
Yay.
And you actually let me say it this time. So yeah, so that's the game. We hope that you like the new card, the Night Flyer.
I like it. You don't like it so much.
Yeah, I like it. I just I don't think it's super duper duper strong, but I think it's strong enough.
I think it's going to annoy a lot of people.
Probably.
When they get their best location Night Flyer for no reason.
Yeah, I can see it being very irritating. But anywho, thank you everyone for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And yeah, we will be back with our next video, which I think is the next round in the Northampton Store Championships.
Crikey.
I know, I'm sorry. No, I'm taking my time. I'm getting there.
These people need their fix. They keep messaging about they need their fix. They're getting aggressive.
I only have so much free time.
They're doing angry emojis.
Well, I am trying, guys. I'm sorry.
You are trying. Very,
I'm
very
a trying person. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well,
Anyway.
Thank you for tuning in. And now we're tuning out.
Bye.
Bye.